Kentucky woman, she shines in her own kind of light. She looks at you once in a day, what's wrong is alright. And I love her, God knows I love her. Kentucky woman, she gets to know you, she gets to own you. Yes, Kentucky woman, she ain't the kind of turn that you wrap up a day. Well, the things she does, they turn you on just the same. And I love her, God knows I love her, Kentucky woman.
Hey guys, it's Dana again, and just got some things in, and I wanted to kind of show them off a little bit because this is, to me, this is like really rare stuff, and I'm not sure how many of this first thing that I'm going to show there are in existence. There may not be anymore, so I'm considering this, at least this first piece, really, really rare piece of memorabilia. Evil Dead related, and as many of you know, I'm a big Evil Dead fan, huge Evil Dead fan, and I was determined that I was going to have this piece of memorabilia, and I was willing to bid quite a bit on it because this was something that was auctioned off at one of Michael Felsher's latest auctions. I can't believe the man still has stuff to auction. He's had so many auctions, but he keeps managing to kind of pull stuff out of his hat, you know. So, this was a really cool piece of memorabilia, as I said before. And, so I was bidding against, Aaron, Uncle Bill from Dead Pit, and inadvertently was actually at one time bidding against my boyfriend, Steve, and like I said, I didn't realize it at first, and so I thought, well, I'm going to keep, you know, I'm going to lay off bidding a little bit here and let Steve bid, but if he gives up on it, I'm still going to try to, you know, outbid Aaron, because I really, really wanted this. But Steve ended up getting this for me. The poor man spent I believe $61 total on this, and a couple other things I'm going to show here in just a little bit. But what this is, in case you can't tell what it is, it says the totally unofficial, let me see if I can zoom in, the totally unofficial and unauthorized coloring and activity book, Evil Dead, based on the classic film. And then it says the most grueling experience in coloring terror. And I did not notice when Michael Felsher was showing this, this is actually is an activity book too. Am I going to color in it? No, I'm not. None of the pages have been colored. Nothing's been marked in, and that's exactly the way I want to keep it. And so I'm going to kind of turn through the pages here. You saw the cover. And it says, thanks to the evil ones, Sam, Rob, Bruce, Sarah, Ellen, Betsy, Hal, Tom, and all the fake shimps. Your movie rocks. You did something special that can never be redone. A special thank you to my wife, I believe that's Corin, for putting up with me doing this nutty stuff. I love the artwork here. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, I'm back again. Had to plug this video camera in. But anyway, that's the cover page. I'm going to kind of turn through a little bit of this here. That of course is Ash and his girlfriend, and his sister, plays his sister in the film, Ellen Samwise. And you can see the artwork is really very nicely done here. And it says Ash and friends take a trip to the woods, and it actually, you know, goes through different particular scenes. There's the cabin, there's the clock, there's Cheryl, played by Ellen Samwise in the movie, when she kind of gets a little bit possessed there. There's Ash making the toast. There's the cellar door. And, you know, it's just really, really cool. And this is actually one of the activities. It says help. Get the Book of the Dead to the fireplace. And there's actually a maze. And there, you know, there's tons of other stuff. I'm not going to go through every page, but there's a dot-to-dot of Ash's chainsaw. You can kind of see some of there's Cheryl getting attacked in the woods, although not as explicit as it is in the film. Well, the pages are a little bit hard to turn. There's a Evil Dead word find. I mean, this is so awesome. It's got things like Necronomicon and Kandar and Cairo and Cheryl and things like that that you're supposed to find in the puzzle. There's the bridge. That's Cheryl when she gets possessed. There's the pencil going into the foot. I mean, it follows the movie along pretty well. There's another shot of Cheryl after she's possessed. You can see it's kind of like a comic book. She's going grrr there. There's the necklace. There's Ash. There's a Evil Dead crossword puzzle. And then there's the end. And of course you can see who this was created by. This has been a Jason Riff production. Questions or comments, Jason Riff. I'm not going to hold it on that too long because I don't want somebody trying to contact this poor man. But evidently what I could understand from Michael Felsher, because I was seriously bidding on this at the time, but I was also trying to listen to some background on this. Evidently when Michael Felsher worked for Anchor Bay, every few years or so, or possibly maybe every year, they would try to come up with things, you know, collectible things that they could put out, I guess, with the DVD releases. And as many people know that are big fans of the Evil Dead film, there were tons of releases of this film, and there still continue to be releases of it. There's been 2 releases already of the Blu-ray of Evil Dead 2. So, I don't know in what direction that's going, but, you know, for those of you that were buying a lot of Anchor Bay stuff back when the flood of Evil Dead stuff was coming out, you know that they had almost every conceivable thing. The Book of the Dead things came out, and of course I have those, and I have the Ultimate Edition Evil Dead, and you know, it goes on and on. But they were all trying to come up with ideas at Anchor Bay, and evidently this guy that created this worked at Anchor Bay at the time that Michael Felsher did, and he came up with this coloring book. Of course, was this something that was ever released? No, it was not. And that's what makes it even cooler, because, like I said, I don't think too many people are going to have this. I may be the only one that has one now, because Michael Felsher had one. He auctioned it off. Steve, bless his heart, you know, paid $61 for this. What can you say about a man that will spend $61 on Evil Dead merchandise for his girlfriend, except that he's a great man among so many men out there, and you know, I'm very grateful and blessed to have him, and I would be even if he didn't spend $61 and give me this Evil Dead memorabilia. But it was awfully sweet of him to do so, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, Steve, for you getting this for me. And I also appreciate Michael Felsher for offering it up for auction so that I was able to get in on an awesome piece of merchandise. Now the other 2 things I'm going to show you are a couple of insert, I guess you would call them insert posters. I can't remember exactly what Michael Felsher called them. But they appear to be Japanese. If anybody knows any more about them, please feel free to comment under this video. But really cool artwork. You can see the demonic Cheryl there when she's possessed by the Evil Dead. And these are just really cool to have. I'd like to get them framed at some point. That was the Evil Dead one. The other one is Evil Dead 2, which has the classic artwork. And if you look, if I could hold this out far enough back, I had put pictures on Facebook, and you maybe could see it better. You can kind of see a faint outline in front of the skull that says Evil Dead 2. And it also says Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn down there at the bottom. It's really cool. Really unique thing to have. But that's, you know, this is a kind of short video, shorter than some of my others. But like I said, I wanted to show this stuff off because I'm just, you know, super, super proud of it. Again, I wanted to thank Steve so much for getting this for me. This was an awesome package. He actually got this in the other day and visited me this weekend, so he brought this over. And, you know, I've almost been afraid to take it out of the plastic that it was in, or for fear that I would rip a page or something like that. And actually I'm going to put it back where it goes here in just a second, as soon as I finish this video. But I wanted to thank everybody for watching it, and if you can, you know, if there are any more of these floating around, guys, I'd try to get my hands on it if I were you, because like I said, I believe this is a highly collectible item, and also a very rare item. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope to be back with something soon.